Welcome to the University of Newcastle School of Humanities, Creative Industries and Social Sciences External Users Emergency and Evacuation Procedures Induction. Please take the time to complete this induction and quiz with a 100% pass to ensure you are familiar with our City Precinct building emergency and evacuation procedures and some basic work health and safety whilst you're working in our City Precinct buildings, which include the Conservatorium of Music, University House, Northumberland House, New Space and the Q Building. Please note, some specialist facilities may require an additional on-site induction. The University has a duty of care to ensure, as far as reasonably practicable, that the health and safety of a person is not placed at risk as a result of working with other staff, students and other members of the university community in conducting work for the university. In a life-threatening emergency, always call emergency services on 000 first. Then notify the security services team. Emergency services can be contacted on 000. Security services can be contacted on 4921 5888. And please notify a staff member as soon as possible. All security staff and most technical officers are first aid trained. You can contact security on 4921 5888. First aid kits are found in major rooms and areas. All security and technical officers have first aid kits available, and staff delivering field trips carry first aid kits as well. Each building has its own specific emergency evacuation diagram. Please make yourself familiar with the building's evacuation diagram found on the walls next to the exit signs. In the event of an evacuation, collect your personal items such as keys, handbag, wallets, only if it is safe to do so. Follow the directions of the speaker announcements, emergency wardens, or emergency services. If you exit using the stairs, please keep to the left, allowing for emergency service access, and do not use lifts. Remain in the assembly area until given further instructions. If the threat is dangerous, leave the area immediately if it is safe to do so. In the event of a fire, do not use lifts. Follow the directions of speaker announcements and/or emergency wardens and exit to the evacuation point. In the event of an earthquake, keep away from windows, mirrors and overhead fittings. Take cover under a solid door frame, table or bench. In the event of a flood, listen to the instructions from the building and chief wardens. Do not attempt to walk or drive through floodwater and move to a higher ground. In the case of an emergency, follow the directions of the speaker announcement and/or emergency wardens and exit to the evacuation point. Wardens can be identified as staff members wearing yellow vests and/or red caps labelled warden. All security staff are emergency wardens. The emergency evacuation meeting point for the Q Building is in the right lane car park to the rear of the building. The emergency evacuation point for University House is in Christie Park between University House and the Town Hall building. The emergency evacuation meeting point for New Space is Wheeler Place, adjacent to the Civic Theatre. The emergency evacuation meeting point for Northumberland House is in Civic Park at the corner of King Street and Auckland Street, but please use the pedestrian crossings at the traffic lights to cross the road. The emergency evacuation meeting point for the Conservatorium of Music is in Civic Park, but please be wary of traffic on Auckland Street and cross at the King Street lights. Thank you for viewing the emergency and evacuation induction video. Please complete the following questions in the quiz referring to the video as required.